Welcome to US Tzu Chi 360. I'm Dilbar Chatterson. While the Peter you'll meet today may not be slinging web, he shares the same passion for photography as his spider-like counterpart. Armed with his camera, volunteer Peter Lin helped photograph Tzu Chi's relief efforts after Hurricane Sandy. And through his photos, Lin captured both the devastation and resiliency of the families affected by the storm and of the volunteers who helped them. In New York, his work was displayed at the Tzu Chi Regional Office and became a traveling exhibition that stopped at the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office and was even invited to the State Capitol building in Albany this March. Now we'll see how this psychologist turned photographer's work crawled its way to the floor of the State Senate as we take his close-up.
So my job as a psychologist, the goal of our work is to find ways to relieve people's distress or suffering. And if you look at the goal of Buddhism, is actually relieve people from suffering. There's a great parallelism between Western psychology and Eastern Buddhism. I was an artist by nature. Pretty much I started to draw when I was 3 or 4 years old. During high school, I went to a school of music and art as a fine art major. And one thing I specialized in when I was in the fine art school was actually photography. But then when I went to college, I changed to psychology and chemistry, so I lost sort of my artistic part of me. This is probably my most important photo in this relief work, and this is probably the photo that inspired me to take a lot more, because I think I personally learned a lot from this photo myself. One day after Sandy happened, someone from the office called me and said, "Hey, we need people to help out in Chinatown." So I said, "Sure, let me go help out to take some photos." That's my very first shooting of Sandy. I really didn't think that we're going to have all these exhibitions going. It's pretty surprise to me in that sense. I didn't see that coming.
This space is big enough for Tzu Chi to do the photo exhibition. At the same time, these photos are very touching. They show Tzu Chi's great love spirit to the mainstream and spread it out.
I want to present a certificate of appreciation to the Tzu Chi Foundation. A picture is better than 1,000 words. It reminded us how powerful this hurricane was. This is the history.
During Superstorm Sandy, I was an employee of FEMA. People don't relate to it. It's not in the news anymore. They think it's over. It's far from over. It's inspiring. It's wonderful to see that people of so many faiths gathered together for one cause to help people that were desperately in need.
Well, this is fascinating to me as an American to know that there are people all over the world who responded to Hurricane Sandy in such a generous way. Unfortunately, Americans, like a lot of people around the world, have a very short memory span. And so, you know, Hurricane Sandy, that's not even yesterday's news, that's last year's news. But, you know, there's still a lot to be done.
Well, I guess one thing I felt is a sense of accomplishment. And when you see the photos generate certain emotion response from others, you realize, hey, we did the right job. Because photos, I think it's very important, not just because you're recording down something, but I think the main purpose of photo is to make witness. Well, my father passed away in end of May. After he passed away, what I got left from him, it was really all his life savings, which is not that much, is I take that and purchase a camera. One of the best picture I ever got out of the whole Sandy relief is probably the picture I got from the cooking in the dark. It was precisely because of this new camera. So the photo exhibition to me is not just my photo exhibition, but it's really photos I took with my father together. So I hope my picture can help people to see that, suffering is not something, just a concept. It's very real and it's happening right in front of your house now, right? Reflect and be awakened. If life is that vulnerable and while life is short, what do you want to do in this short period of time? And what you want to do to make this meaning more concrete and useful for people around you.
As we saw from Peter Lin, documenting disaster and relief was key in sharing the heart of Tzu Chi's work to the greater public. And yet another way of reaching broader communities has been through the training of Community Outreach Associates, better known as COAs. Post-Sandy, bilingual and community-based participants were given training with the help of Tzu Chi volunteers to help widen the scope of Tzu Chi's community assistance. Luvena Liu, a Tzu Chi commissioner who works personally with the COAs, is here with me now to discuss the program. So tell me, Luvena, what was your main role in the COA training program?
In COA training sessions, I need to explain to COA how to mix the structure of a home visit and the guidelines of Tzu Chi philosophy: gratitude, respect, love, and hands-on charity.
And in helping all the families that you do, how proud do you feel of the team that you work with every day?
I'm very, very grateful to all of the sisters, brothers, best efforts, and all of the COA's compassionate helps so that we can reach families with a sincere love and care.
Well, thank you, Luvena.
Thank you.
And now we'll see exactly what she means as we meet COA's Mosan and Makisha as they reach out to Sandy victims in Brooklyn.
Most people, they slowly start talking to me.
Family,
And then I get to them, they're like, okay, yes, we need help.
You're dealing with families who are suffering from a tragic loss, and you're a stranger.
Hi, this is Makisha. We're outside at your door. I don't know if the doorbell rang.
For every 5 people that allowed me to interview, there was 10 who slammed the door in my face.
If they shut the door in my face, it's okay. There's always gonna be another door.
They don't understand why you're trying to help. They don't know who you are. So it's not until they trust you and they receive you that they will even open up to you. The motivation comes from every one family that opens up and allows you to help. You feel so good knowing that you were able to help them, that you move on and you try to find another family.
They're people.
Most of the people in Brighton Beach, thank God they've heard of Tzu Chi because we've helped so many in the area, so they know the name. And when they hear that I'm working with them and I speak their language, they open up more. They're very proud. They try to hide their problems. They try not to get help, but when they're really in need, they have no choice. They have to open up. And thank God Tzu Chi has been able to help them. Thank God I'm a part of Tzu Chi.
I considered him as my brother. He helped me to a great extent, helped me a lot. I'm very fond of this organization, very impressed by its work.
It's been a great feeling. I've never actually felt this feeling. I've helped people before, but I feel like the level I'm helping people at now, it's much higher. The cause is very good. I'm feeling much more peaceful and proud of what I'm doing.
I won't let a stranger in. Keisha, I didn't see her as a stranger. There's certain people you feel it right there. And, that's how I felt. Something warmness in your heart.
Okay. So I need
Makisha is not our Tzu Chi volunteer, but after 2 months of training, she has learned the humanistic spirit of Tzu Chi. I believe everyone is just like Master saying, human nature is selfless, so I believe in her sincerity in helping the community. I hope we all keep up our good work and make New York City as beautiful as before.
In the beginning, knocking on a door and speaking to someone and getting that person to tell me their story, although I'm from the neighborhood and I know the story, just to hear it from them, it was hard.
My name is Derek Prince. This is my place of residence. It was actually destroyed by Sandy, and as you can see right now, it's going through a reconstruction process.
His case, it was just heartwarming for me. He experienced so much since the storm, not having anywhere to live, not having anything or anyone.
That's been the toughest struggle, being a young individual, a young man. Like, I've just been raised to be proud, not ask for too much help or try to seek it out. And this situation has really humbled me because I had no other choice. Amazing. When you go through something like this where you face true devastation, the biggest healing factor for me has been, I've always been a strong believer in the good of people, but to actually see it displayed over and over again for people like Makisha that go out of her way, where she doesn't have to, for her to go above and beyond herself to say, you know what, I think I have some people that want to help. It's just been amazing. I mean, it's really given me a stronger faith in people.
It's a woman, she's 65 years old, she's wheelchair bound, and she has Lou Gehrig's disease. Even speaking to her was kind of hard because she had just had a major brain surgery in April, and she had just started getting familiarized with the wheelchair and the medical bed right before the storm.
The water came in so fast, only by the grace of God, I was able to hear the water from the first water coming out and went upstairs.
And doing her interview was devastating to me. I actually stayed at her house from 5 o'clock in the evening until 8 o'clock at night because I really didn't want to leave her. I just wanted to be able to stay there and help her.
The first blessing that I got from this organization, only because I got that blessing was I even able to come here to the temporary situation because I received 2 Visa credit cards, and that allowed me to rent a van to move my stuff because the landlord gave me 24 hours to move. And today, he gave me $300. Might not be a lot of people, but for me, that's like $1 million. I can go and get a pair of shoes. It's so hard to lose everything.
You're getting better.
To some of these families, it's strange. You know, they see the Tzu Chi Foundation and they're like, these are strangers and I never seen them before and I don't even know them. They're from another country. And I feel the same way, but I want to be the stranger from another country who showed up somewhere to visit someone. I want them to like always remember my face and always know that I will always be here to share the love. I have tons of love in my heart. I could share love forever. And it just feels good knowing that there's someone receiving it and they love the feeling. It's a good feeling.
So to give you the inside scoop on the COA life, I'm joined by COA John Reyes. And after losing his home to Hurricane Sandy, he was one of the recipients of Tzu Chi's cash card program last year. And then he became a COA this past January. So John, I'd like to know, what about being a COA and also volunteer has been the most rewarding and enriching for you?
I work with great people, people who believe in what they're doing. And the giving of help to the clients is very gratifying. When I bow down, giving them the cash card, and I say Tzu Chi to you with Tzu Chi with love, tears are in their eyes. They're thinking they can go shopping now. They're thinking they can buy some more food. And I can feel that, and that's very gratifying to me to have that kind of direct effect
Thank you very much, John. And now we'll go to Brooklyn with another Tzu Chi volunteer group, Tzu Chi, to distribute much-needed furniture to residents who are still recovering from the storm.
Careful.
Okay, got it. All right, let's go.充电，有空运，有托运，我才4个托运，所以这样的话，我看我们是床垫全部放一边了，这样会比较好做事情。
Because I'm also a Sandy victim, we lost 80% of our stocks. The water flooded the office and the trucks were damaged. So I understand their sufferings. I want to help them as much as I can.
Simon Yin, who owns a furniture factory, also faced a huge loss during Hurricane Sandy. Afterward, he started to work with Tzu Chi volunteers to help victims recover. He gave a big discount on a total of 13 mattresses, 13 bed frames, and 2 dining sets for Tzu Chi's first major furniture distribution in Brooklyn.
Tzu Chi continue work closely with several different organizations in each community. We provide housing support to let the people to rebuild and recover. Today, we came to Brooklyn. Here, we have 9 families either relocate or move to a new house.
We are from Tzu Chi Foundation. We're delivering the bed and the mattress to you.
We're gonna go up to the 2nd floor and kind of see how much space there is in there, and then what we need to clean up, and how we can get the bed in there in the first place. So.
My name is Chaudhary. I'm living over here. The Sandy is come. The water is taken everything. Furniture and everything in my bed, my TV, my everything, my computer, everything is go the water. Everything is gone. Everything is gone. My medicine too.
Today we brought in the full-size beds.
I'm very happy and the young people help me.
Including bed sheets and pillows. It's a whole set. And yes, a little bit difficult, but as long as we work together, we can overcome all the difficulties, and we made it today.
Color is very nice. I love this color.
How does the bed feel?
Oh, very nice. Beautiful. It's good.
My apartment got flooded. Everything was gone. The water came in this high. My landlord changed the new carpet for us so that we can sleep on the floor.
We've been sleeping on the floor. It wasn't hard the first few days, but then after, our back started to hurt a lot. And my brothers would keep on asking my dad, like, when is our bed coming?
4 children, and right now they all sleep on the carpet. By giving them 2 bunk beds and a full-size bed, they're going to sleep a lot better and feel happier.
I feel really blessed that I live in a good environment. I was born in such a good location, and that it's really uncertain where we're ever going to be born, and how unlucky this family was to be born in such an environment. And I guess I just need to cherish my life every single day.
My children have never slept on the floor, but until now, they had to.
I like my new bed because I always wanted a bunk bed, but I thought I would never get one.
I'm happy that my children don't need to sleep on the floor tonight. I'm happy that people came to help without any anticipation of giving anything. There are nice people in this world.
Bunk bed, they do this, then they... You don't like the bed? I do.
We saw the water was rising, and we would go somewhere else. We would probably be like drowning. I wouldn't think that this would happen to me.
Because my little sister survived. Now I can have her, I can play with her.
And at a time, my sister, she was born like a month early, so she was able to get sick easily.
I feel great for God and people who help my little sisters and my family. That makes me happy, cause
yeah, cause like I thought I was actually gonna die.
Yeah. Because it's really horrible.
They remember like the details, so.
Well, I'm kind of tired of moving all this stuff, but I feel really good to help other people that are needy. Like I saw that they obviously they needed a bed because they had more people in their family. So giving them another bed was a very good experience for me.
Usually it seems like a normal bed to us, but just a single bed could mean a lot of things to them as well. So it makes us appreciate more of what we have in life, you know, like what Tzu Chi is promoting about 艰苦惜福.
I'm from California. Over there, everything is kind of bigger than here in New York. I live in the suburbs, so like seeing 2 beds in one room and there's no really any walkway, like that is kind of, you know, very cramped. It is good for them though to have an extra bed instead of sleeping on the ground.
Thank you for my bed, and I will sleep good.
Dora and a hug, okay? Thank you.
Now that these furniture distributions have taken place, the question of the future plans for Hurricane Sandy victims still remain. I'm joined by George Chang, the Executive Director of our Northeastern Regional Office, to find out. So George, it's been 10 months since the initial relief efforts took place. What's down the road for Hurricane Sandy relief?
We continue to work closely with our partner to help people and community to rebuild and recover. Our focus will be on those most vulnerable. They are, most of them are undocumented immigrants. Today, we have more than 400 households have been benefited from this program. In addition to the financial aids provided, we also provided housing-related support, such as rent assistance, moving cost, furniture, and appliance. Through continued outreach to the people, we expect more clients will be enrolled to these programs. As long as there's need, we will accompany with them on the road to rebuild their life.
Well, best of luck to you and your team, Mr. Chang.
Thank you.
And thanks for tuning in to this very special update on Hurricane Sandy relief. I'm Dilbar Satterson, and I'll see you next time.